Hello everybody, Ali Sharaki here with Kiana,
Hello.
and Kimia.
No.
I want to ask them what they think of self-esteem, anxiety, and depression. What do you think self-esteem is, Kiana?
I think self-esteem is like not doubting yourself,
Okay.
and also at the same time not thinking don't be big-headed,
Okay.
and don't try to impress anyone. Just try to improve yourself,
Okay.
and
And that's self-esteem.
I think
Where is it coming from, you think?
mind,
In your mind?
yeah,
Okay.
your brain, and when people say stuff to you, then it makes you self-doubt yourself, and then your brain believes those things, and they start self-doubting, and that's self-esteem.
And how can you increase your self-esteem?
By self-doubting yourself less, by doing gratitude, doing more meditation, learning, so like listening to book on Audible, basically
Learning, okay.
yeah, doing anything that makes you happy. So like for me, I find playing games, online marketing, and listening to music, I find it one of my favorites. So whenever someone comes to my channel or say something to me, I'll go listen to music or do what I love, because then it makes me happy.
So when they come on, like on your channel and they criticize you, how does it make you feel? Does it make you bring your self-esteem down?
Well, now I don't really care, because I've like grown up now, so I've understand that I should thank the bullies for what they do, because without them I would be more confident and where I am now. Like these bullies, I know they're never going to leave me alone. They're going to be through my whole life. Probably even when I'm like 50 years old, they're still going to be commenting. So I will just learn to not see them. So, and also the reason why I don't comment to them or say something to them, because I feel very sad for them, because the place they're in a very dark place, and probably they don't get the love from their mom and dad. So if I be mean to them, then it's like I'm taking revenge, and revenge is only for cowards.
So do you okay? So you think revenge is wrong?
Yeah, revenge is wrong.
Well
it shows that how insignificant you are.
Big word from voice Kian. Word of wisdom from Kian. Well done, well done. I'm very proud of you.
And also, I was listening to a book last night, and it said if you don't learn, then you won't be more than who you are now.
Kian, do you think now you've been self-educated for a year now? Do you think a school breaks people confident and brings people's self-esteem down?
Yeah, I think school, you spend 6 hours there learning, and I think that's the worst thing we could do with our time. That's really bad work.
Why is that? Because
we're wasting our time, because we don't learn how to manage money, don't learn how to grow a business, don't learn how to open our own online website. We only learn how to, we work by bells.
So how do you feel since you left the school last year and you've been home educated? Do you think you have more self-esteem, more self-confident?
I think I feel more happy, definitely, more confident, physically and mentally stronger.
So do you think most of these self-esteem issues people have in their adulthood is because of what happened in their childhood and in school?
Yeah, I think it's definitely because when someone says something to you, like someone can punch you or something, that wound will go away, no problem. But if someone says something to you, that will scar you. But if you don't learn to let go of that, then it's going to scar you for life. So.
And do they teach you in a school to let go of this stuff?
No.
Mentally they help you to get educated about this stuff?
No.
No.
They don't teach you.
So do you think most of this adult, in the adulthood, they have low self-esteem? Is because of what happened in school and in the childhood?
I think it's because they either got bullied in school, they didn't get enough love from their mom and dad, because their mom and dad probably used to be rude to them as well.
So maybe somebody's been judging them when they was a child as well. Or they kept comparing themselves to other people. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your view on anxiety? What do you think anxiety is?
I see anxiety as like people who can't let go of.
Do you think anxiety comes from low self-esteem? When you have low self-esteem?
Yeah. When like you're self-doubting yourself a lot, when you keep comparing others to yourself, when you're saying, oh.
So one of the things that anxiety comes from is when you compare yourself to other people.
Yeah, and when you're saying so like, oh, I'm never gonna be like that person. I'm never gonna be famous. I'm never. When they keep using that word never, then that's how they have low self-esteem, and that's how they get anxiety and depression.
Is that anxiety come from being worried about the result before you see the result, you think?
Yeah, I think it's definitely because they haven't seen
like
what
make
will
you be
happen
worried
in the future.
about what's going to happen, and then it stops you from even trying.
Yeah, I think you should always give something a go, always an opportunity, because you never know what's on the other side. So I think most people, the reason why they fail is because they always look at the object and they see it and they say, oh, that's impossible, so I'll stop. And then they just keep moving on to something else. That's why people don't be successful.
So do you think, what do you think people can do to reduce the anxiety?
Listen to more meditation, stop comparing yourself to others, stop self-doubting yourself, listen to music, be more active inside the house.
Do you think the dancing we do at home, it helps to reduce the anxiety and bad feelings at the house?
Yeah, because say in the morning I looked at something on YouTube, like a comment, and I got upset from it. When I dance, then it makes me.
Hello Sammy, hello everybody, thank you for listening, love and like.
And when I dance, it takes all my
emotion. So you put the smile on Kiana's face, Sammy, with your lovely sending. Kiana loves the love of hearts.
When I dance, it expresses all my emotions. All my emotions come out, and then I just be free. And then that's how you be happy.
So do you think by having a physical movement, it makes you to have a better feeling?
I think not just physical movement, you can have mental movement as well. So like listen to music, listen to gratitude, listen to meditation, anything that is happy.
How about the clothes you're wearing? The color of the clothes you're wearing. You think that's gonna affect your depression and anxiety?
No, so say I like to wear yellow, for example.
So if you always wear dark clothes and
that's gonna make you look depressed.
Exactly.
But if you wear like bright colors, then you're happy.
That's why I wear red. Today I thought I'd change it to grey to show some change. Usually it's red and yellow and all this. Now, do you think we should care what people say about us?
It depends who you're talking about. So if it's your mom and dad, definitely, yeah. If it's someone who's saying something good, yeah. But if it's someone that's bad and they're lower than you, so you shouldn't listen to them. Because if someone's higher than
okay.
if someone's higher than you and they're criticizing you, you should learn from it and then improve. But if someone's lower than you and they're criticizing you, you should just ignore them.
Yeah, so if somebody's criticizing you and is causing you low self-esteem and anxiety because of being criticized, you always have to ask yourself who's criticizing you, and are they actually better than you? Or like for example, if somebody said to you stupid, you always have to ask yourself who's saying I'm stupid. How are they themselves? Are they very clever? And if they are not, like, the bully was telling you, yeah? So you said no, he wasn't as clever as, at least he wasn't more clever than you. So,
no,
what put him in a position to say you are stupid? What's your view, Kiana? What do you think self-esteem is?
What does self-esteem mean?
Yeah. how you see yourself. Self-esteem is how you see yourself.
They see themselves as worse than other people, because when I'm a good drawer and I draw at school, they say you're such a good drawer and I'm never going to be a good drawer like you. Or they compare themselves to other things of how they like.
Do you think it's good to compare yourself to other people?
When they want to change themselves so others will like them, but then it doesn't work. When it doesn't work, they get sad. So you shouldn't.
So it doesn't matter whatever you do, but still people, they are not going to like you. So isn't it better to just do what it makes you happy?
What makes you happy, then you should do that. And if you don't do what makes you happy, then you'll just be depressed your whole life.
Now I tell you where the self-esteem comes. Self-esteem is self-belief. Yeah. So when you believe yourself, yeah. And self-esteem comes from experience. And where does the experience come? From failing and falling off. So more you try, more you get experience in something, more you fail in it, more you experience, more you gain experience, and more experience you got, more stronger you feel in that field, and then you have more self-esteem in that area. Now if I go and try something new, probably at the beginning I'm not going to be very confident, and probably I'm going to fail once or twice, but more I tried, then I'm going to get better at it, and then more experience I've got, more confident I feel, and more confident you feel, more happier you feel, and more happier you feel, then you have less anxiety of doing something, and less anxiety you got, more happier you are, less depression you got, because then you go and try things out, yeah. Kimia, what's your view on self-esteem? What do you think self-esteem is?
I don't know. I've never heard of it before.
What about anxiety? Do you think what the Facebook was saying, if you are a routine person, obviously Kimia's got autism and she likes to do routine stuff and she doesn't like to try new stuff, but it's very interesting the answer she gave in the morning, because I was reading something which says in this time you have to wake up in the morning and still get up at the same time you used to go to work or school, and change your clothes and get ready to go to school, and then change your clothes, and when you are doing your homework, just put your school clothes on. And when I asked her, I said, do you want to try that? She said, no. You think I'm crazy? I'm in the house. Why do I want to try? And she started laughing. Yeah, I understand. It's good to once a day you change your clothes. Even if you're in the house, you just change your clothes to feel like you've been outside. The feeling of changing clothes, it makes you feel like you've been outside and come back in. Doing exercise is really good, obviously, but I don't want to take them outside because it's very windy and I don't want them to get cold. And when they get cold, they'll be more vulnerable to actually get sick. So that's why I'm not taking them out. But we do a lot of activity inside the house. Playing game, we do playing games, yeah. Cards, chess, backgammon. We do dancing, exercise,
cooking.
Quite busy actually, I never thought I'm gonna be this busy staying at home, but quite
Cooking
busy. But it's been an amazing time, But for you all, self-esteem, anxiety and depression is all about how you think, how you see yourself, and how you see the world. If you want to get rid of your anxiety, your depression, or your low self-esteem, you have to change the way you see the world. It's very important to see what you love to do, and just try that. If you don't like something, it's like cinema. Have you seen a film in a cinema, and then have you seen the same film or cartoon in like a television or something?
Yeah.
How does it feel when you watch it on cinema? Does it feel more real and more, you feel it inside?
I feel like I'm there, yeah.
Yeah, but when you watch the same film on the television, which is a smaller screen,
no.
Does it feel the same?
No.
Do you know why? That's exactly what happened in your mind when you're making a picture bigger and bigger and bigger. So for example, if you're making a bad feeling and bad memory from the past, you're making it bigger with all the sound and everything, and bigger color. It's like you're watching it in a cinema, so it's so real for you, and you sit down and watch it for a long hour. That causes you depression and anxiety. I change the channel. You gotta change the channel. If you don't like the movie, change the channel. I only watch. Some people ask me, how can you be happy all the time? It's because I'm watching comedy all the time in my head. I watch comedy in my head all the time. I have a choice. I change the channel behind my ear. I have a remote control. I change the channel until I see what I like. Something, some sort of memory which I really like comedy or something, and I sit down and watch that, and I make that picture bigger and bigger in front of myself. So I really enjoy it. I'm not gonna make a picture of a bad memory really big and sit down and watch it and feel depressed and say, okay, now is my depressed time, kids. Don't bother me, it's my depressed time. I've got to get depressed. I've got to get... Don't laugh at my depression, I have to get depressed. It's my depression time, so I've got to sit down and watch this film. Why are you laughing?
Because depression's not good.
Make anything.
Why
You have to be happy.
It's because it's my anxiety time, it's my depression. I've got to sit down and watch this film to make myself depressed, to make myself anxious, and then after that I can come and play with you. It's my anxiety. I've got to get anxious.
But why?
You see, even the kids find it funny because before when I was born, I had a specific time. At a specific time, I actually used to get anxious, and exactly at 6 o'clock. It's funny, after the afternoon news was finished, always used to it was my anxiety time. It was my anxious time. So I had to get anxious and anxious. Nobody could bother me in that time. If you would have called me in that time, it was my anxiety time. I couldn't answer you. So instead of that, now, instead of I sit down and watch that movie at 6 o'clock, I'll watch a comedy in my head. And that makes me to feel more happier. It's very important to learn how to change the channel in front of your head. Whatever you feel, now, the things can help you. Meditation, breathing technique, gratitude practices. We have gratitude. What do you do for gratitude, Kimia, every morning, every afternoon? What do you do? Tell them.
When I used to do gratitude, I used to write down what I've been grateful for during the day. And
so, for example, something. Tell everybody, what would you be grateful for?
For family.
For family, yeah. Sammy, we love your love heart. You are the only one person I always love heart. Thank you very much. Kids love it.
I love it.
For not being lonely.
Exactly, not being lonely. So she write down on a piece of paper 5 things about the things she has gratitude for. Every morning, every night before she goes to sleep. Everybody does it. I remember about 15 years ago, I used to think, what am I grateful for? And I used to look at myself and say, nothing. Nothing. Very important to find something which you are grateful. Did you wake up today? So many people didn't wake up. That's one thing you can be grateful for. You had another chance. Somebody else didn't have that chance. That's one thing you can be grateful for. Now, anything else we can do? Meditation, breathing practices. Yeah. Very simple one. You can if you are interested and you like, I can run a meditation session live online if you want, to help you guys learn some new method which I've been learning from Tony Robbins, with the practices we do there, all for free to help you, during this time. If you want, write a comment and tell me you are interested, and I can run some meditation session for all of us to do meditation in group. It would be great and it would be nice. I'm doing it already for in different languages, but if you want, I can do it in English as well. I appreciate as well your time to spend it with me to do meditation. Or you can just go on YouTube and search some. But the method we do is different. It's chakra method, and it's deep breathing, and it's quite different to help you to ground your soul on the middle of your body, and to adjust your soul inside your body. It's quite different to the normal meditation you usually see on YouTube. Is to help you to open your third vision, your eyes of your brain, to be able to see the things which your normal eye couldn't see and can't see. It helps your imagination, and also it helps you to see more further little. It's quite different method of meditation, but any kind of meditation is great and brilliant. Just make sure you practice meditation. Have faith, guys. Have faith. And if you don't know where you're going, have a plan for your life. Not having a plan, not being connected to the source, is a cause of anxiety and depression. You gotta be connected to the source. It can be the universe energy, it can be God, it can be your faith, whatever it is, you gotta be connected to it. And also not having a plan, not knowing where to go, what to do. All this is causes of depression and anxiety. You gotta have a plan, and you gotta know where you're going and what you're doing. I've got a formula 17, which I'm on the middle of writing my book, which I'm gonna put my formula inside that book, and then I can present it to all of you guys. But at the moment, I can't tell you everything about that formula I came up with. This 7 steps to happiness. So at the moment, I'm quite busy with that one. But hopefully, when it's finished, then I can show you guys. At the moment, I can't share it here because maybe somebody start to use it. See you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed our live.